Olá pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de A Noire Parte, aqui quem fala é o vosso amigo João Pedro. No segundo episódio concluímos mais um caso e agora temos mais um. Aquele caso da quadrilha, e agora temos mais um que envolve a morfina que nós andamos à procura deste departamento de droga. Olha só o nosso capitão. A olhar para nos fumar. Credo. Ok, e agora como é que eu saio daqui? É por aqui. Para já vou. Vamos mudar o fato, pessoal, que eu não gosto muito deste fato. Ah, este sim, este está porreiro. Este eu gosto. E pelos vistos, mais 2 mortos encontrados com morfina no corpo. Foi um tiroteio e houve. Então, Roy, vês ou não? Ah, estava a ver. Estava a ver que tinha chateado contigo.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top
Já
job.
começamos bem com o
There's a
crime.
change in the wind. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Any Central unit, suspect to be taken into custody at Southern California Auto Club. Stand by for further unit to handle identify code 2.
$11K responding. Go ahead with the further.
11K,
Detective Phelps, LAPD. What's going on here?
This joker was trying to tail one of our patrons.
I'm a reporter, you idiot! I'm doing a feature for the Examiner, and that patron I was following is a red under investigation by the feds.
Where is he now?
Parking lot. His is the blue Talbot. Say, how about an exclusive when you bring him back?
Shove off. You won't be filing your story today. I'll check this out.
Ok, vamos lá ver se este repórter está a dizer a verdade ou não.
A red, huh? Sneaky bastard. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Não sei se vale a pena levar o carro, mas provavelmente não. A gente depois arranja um outro ali no parque de estacionamento de certeza. Ora, cá está o gajo, olha aqui, ó. Epá, mosca de um rei. Aí está.
LAPD, sir. Can I have a word?
Well, that's an admission of guilt if I ever saw one.
He's not getting away that easily.
Começamos já bem a bater. Epá, isto anda. E anda bem. Olha ver se eu apanho.
Step on it, huh? Just get me a little closer. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Perdi-o. Já será demais.
Any Central unit, suspect to be taken into custody at Southern California Auto Club. Stand by.
A red, huh? Sneaky bastard. Oh, I'm gonna
Comunista.
enjoy this.
Ainda por cima é comunista.
Phelps. I read about
E esta altura os comunistas não eram muito bem vistos, é? Bem, e hoje em dia não são. Só comem. Há criancinhas ao caralho. Bem, é aquilo que se pensava na altura também. Nesta altura. E não devem andar muito longe da verdade, não.
LAPD's.
Well, that's an admission of guilt if I ever saw one.
He's not getting away that easily.
Para!
I can't take the shot from here, Cole.
Quando for lá e bater. Isto anda bem.
Let's see how fast he runs on bare rims.
Ah! Vai ali. Porra, já escapou outra vez. Não tem fácil. Ah, está ali. Vou colocar todo, mas não há problema. Também já o apanhei.
Put your hands where I can see them.
This is harassment. Understand? My politics are nobody's goddamn business but my own.
Hum, 28 crimes. Vamos até o nosso objetivo agora. Bora.
Turn left when you can. Take the next right.
Olha já aqui. Também que eu vi até aqui. 111.
Homicide guys are already inside.
Ok.
Kowski,
Phelps.
back
Kowski.
again. We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26.
E fuzileiro. Ei.
No Eddie McGoldrick.
Meu Deus.
He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. You might want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Ei, Jesus.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
dollar.
What's that click? Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet. should follow up on the musician angle. He kept his stash close at hand.
Morfina. Temos ali uma colher.
Never the same, are they?
Fica a ver o corpo. Nada nas mãos. Aha!
Do we have a new source, or is this coming from what's
Já
left in
está.
circulation?
Aqui neste bolso nada. E aqui nesta mão, o que é que temos? Nada. Roy, sai daí! Tá bem? Será?
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of
Por
months' supply.
tráfico. Hey, bar!
These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear?
Ah, isto são
Look at these
estas
things.
armas foram usadas na Segunda Guerra
They're
Mundial.
BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Não, quando já cá está. Esta sala aqui. Olha mais um corpo. Ah, sempre dá para ver.
Bad luck. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
Nada. E nada. Eu acho estranho este gajo aqui não ter nada, mas sinceramente acho muito estranho. Tinha levaram. Bem, vamos já falar com a senhora, com a gaja que estava aqui. Então, dá para falar ou não dá
Ma'am,
para
I'm
falar?
Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
O que é que tens a dizer
Any
sobre
idea
o
who did
tiroteio?
the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
Será o teu dia de folga? Porque o que estavas aqui a fazer?
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Ok, aqui já... Aqui já
Where do
estás
you
a dizer
think
a
you got
verdade,
the money?
nota-se.
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Bem, agora só temos é que ir até ao volume, né? E depois vamos falar com os detetives, porque pelos vistos também estão metidos nisto. Ora, vamos lá ver. Onde é que é a saída desta porra?
Never the same, are they?
You all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
Não sei se devia usar aqui uma intuição, pessoal, porque a música. Não tem aqui música. Ora, está aqui. Isto porque eu já vi que nada tem. Malkowski, adeusinho.
Get the facts first. You can distort them later.
Ups, espera aí. Roy! Roy! Aqui! Estás mudado ou quê? Estava a ver.
It's the next right. How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got me. This car cost me a fortune, you moron!
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quick.
Olha, chegamos. Quer dizer, perto. Não sei a graça assim tão perto.
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries, Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy!
Whoa, bro!
How about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
O que tu sabes sobre a morfina e sobre as armas?
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
I know.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
Ai, não sabes nada, né? Então por que estás a olhar de lado?
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Eu acho que sabes.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, Colfax.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the McCampbell.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Eu não confio nesta gaja, claro. Aí o carro deu. Já vai ela. Oh, porra. Peguei esse acidente sem querer. Eu acho que ela está a seguir, mas pronto. Ui. Não posso deixar com dois. A sério, estava muito perto. A gente já usou este carro uma vez, já acho eu, pessoal. Oi. Nas calmas. Eu deve estar ir para casa agora, mas pode ser que vá para outro sítio qualquer, bora lá. Parou. Um carro parado no meio da estrada, nem dá nas vistas nem nada, mas é ok. Oh, porra!
Risk losing the trail.
Ai, 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 isto vai lhe correr tão mal, de certeza. Agora vai perguntar-te o que estás aqui a fazer a esta hora, mas... Olha, 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 o Roy estava ali à espera. Quer dizer, o Phelps come-a e ele cheio de ciúmes. Não sei porquê, mas estou com a impressão que ele nos vai lixar, pessoal. Não sei porquê, tenho a impressão que ele nos vai lixar.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
You drove me up to Mulholland and we did some magic.
Agora vamos falar com o gajo
I'm going up to the lakes to
da
watch the
droga.
races on Saturday.
O gajo da máfia.
Running.
LAPD, we have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Iga Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is?
Agora
And how much fun
vais
it is
fazer
to get
vais
him.
nos responder
Poor
a tudo ou como é
Johnny.
que é?
He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
Não, mas é teu irmão.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened
E
to
não
the rest of
sabes
the
nada. Vai-te catar.
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot.
A morfina foi roubada
in a club
do
last
barco que veio, as armas
I
também.
wouldn't know anything about that.
Não?
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D. and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. We have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
Everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us. Aren't you supposed to be working,
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
Ok,
This way.
obrigado, bora lá.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
I say
So,
we
how do we
bust in there
connect the
and find
docks
goddamn
robbery to the
evidence.
mess at the 111 Club?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now
Enough
the
to
DA
arm
wants
3
my
companies. Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
head. Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk. I need a drink. I got the jitters again. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with 1 round. I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence. Guy gave his wife a tap. Say all's fair in love and war.
John, Patrick.
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk. Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war. Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury.
This is the crate we
Case was
recovered.
thrown out. Now the DA wants my head. That bum took a swipe at me, so I put him down in my sap. You think those Vice boys get any on the
Guy.
side? You think those Vice boys get any on the side? I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence. Mouthpiece tore strips off me at
500,000
the grand
cigarettes
jury.
loose on the streets of
Case
LA.
was thrown out. Now the DA wants my
Some
head.
of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon.
Kelso, Sheldon.
Goldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
Goldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every
Autocar?
car. Go!
Que estás para contra o autocar ser parvo? Agora como é que eu saio daqui? Nunca sei. Ah, foi aqui.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to one.
A especial vai aqui.
I got the jitters again.
Apologize immediately. You in some kind of trouble?
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Right, it's okay, right? Whoa! Jump apart! Whoa! O gajo é doido.
He's emptied 2 clips into the place. As near as we can make out, he's on the roof of one of those buildings.
shotgun. LAPD, drop the gun now.
Toma lá, headshot. Ok, investigar o corpo do gajo, ok. Isso era italiano, aparentemente.
Phone number
Olha,
and
olha, Aro, nota 2A, Hollywood, a partir das 12 até às 2. Mesa 3, tá, ok. Nada nas mãos, nesta mão e na outra tem alguma coisa? Deixa eu ver. Népia. Ai, a arma, espera aí. Falta ver a arma. Não vai esquecer.
It's one of the BARs.
Tal como se suspeitava. É uma bar.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
Mané.
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and started treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
Pois, amigão. Pra
You hear
caralho.
anything about the big
Eu
heist on the pool rig?
gostava mais do Rusty.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
Não sei porquê, tu sabes mais qualquer coisa.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
The dead guy on the roof works for Mickey Cohen. Why would Cohen want you dead?
Man, I don't know anything about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
Ai não, mas temos o livro do assassino que tem o teu nome.
Your name was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Cohen thinks because we were on the boat, we have the morphine. Courtney's meeting those guys to sort it out.
Courtney Sheldon?
Yeah. You remember Sheldon, don't you, Cole?
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in L.A.?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Pretty cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
Agora temos de conseguir o endereço do Kelso e paramos o vídeo aqui, pessoal.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second. Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks.
Bem, pessoal, nós vamos ficar por aqui. Espero que tenham curtido e o vosso like. E comentem. No próximo vídeo vamos falar com o nosso amigo ex-colega de guerra Kelso. Um abraço a todos. Se inscrevam no canal, ativem o sininho para não perder as próximas vídeos desta série e outras séries. Fui.